Hey, today I'm going to talk about 3 movies that were personally recommended to me by some friends, and the titles of said movies are Heartbreakers, Hardcore Henry, and Boss Level. It's going to be an interesting mixed bag. First up is Heartbreakers. This is a 2001 movie recommended to me because of reasons. Some real good reasons by my friend Davey. I was talking about the Garfield movie, and he was like, well, this is like peak Jennifer Love Hewitt, and it definitely is peak Jennifer Love Hewitt. If you have a crush on her in any way, shape, or form, you should definitely watch this movie. The premise of this movie, it's basically any con movie you've ever seen. It's, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, but its own take. But like, just because you know everything that's gonna happen in the movie, you're not surprised by anything that happens in the movie. But yet, it's like you're eating junk food. It just feels good. It just feels right. And it's such a pleasant movie. Like, I was legit blown away by how much I enjoyed this movie. Like, the chemistry between all the leads is great. It was ridiculously funny. Like, I was laughing so much. And it's just like a nice, pleasant movie. It was great. And that cast is amazing. It's got Sigourney Weaver, Jennifer Love Hewitt, who have incredible chemistry together. I don't know if they did any other movies together, but I loved them here. And then you got Gene Hackman just like hamming it up, and he was wonderful. Ray Liotta is just having a ball, and I love seeing him in a comedy. And then Jason Lee is also in it, and he's great. He's actually the whole reason my friend watched it back in the day, because he's a big fan of him. And he did a good job here too. My only complaint about the movie is actually I just wish there was more Jason Lee. He was really adorable and stuff, and I just wanted to see more of his character kind of fleshed out. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I definitely recommend it. I would kind of call it like a Saturday afternoon movie. Like, you want to have something on that you're gonna enjoy, but you don't necessarily want to think too hard about it or like have to worry about complicated plots or anything. You can just kind of, you don't even need to turn your brain off, but you can turn your brain off. Just like a nice relaxing end to your week, just chilling, decompressing type of thing. That's what this movie is, and it's great. I love it. It was a good, fun time. Also, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Next up is Hardcore Henry. This was recommended to me by my cousin, who I never get to see. I saw him last year. And the basic premise of this movie is it's got the gimmick of it's all in first person. The entire thing is just, first person perspective, and it's just a big action movie. The gimmick was fine. I didn't mind the gimmick. It did make me a little motion sick, so I had to pause for a little bit, but after I paused, the rest of the movie was completely fine. And the action was really good, if not hard to see sometimes, just because, you're right in it. What frustrates me to no end about this movie is that the plot is just a video game plot. That's all it is. This movie just so desperately wants to be a video game, but it's not. It's a movie. Like, literally, there's a character that just keeps popping up, giving Henry just random side quests, and he gives him, on his phone, he gives him GPS coordinates, like, hey, go to this location and do this specific thing. And it's like, you're just doing side missions. This is a video game. Stop, you're a movie. Do more. Be more. But no. It's frustrating. This isn't the only movie that's like that. I've come across that a few times. And honestly, I think this would have been a really, really fun video game, because to do all those parkour things, like quick time action, that would have been so much fun. And just all the different ways you could murder people, just sounds like it would be a really fun game. But it's a movie. It was dumb. And there's no other deeper story to it. I did like it though. I thought it was fine. It could have been better. They had so much room to be a better movie, or it could have just been a really fun game. But it's just a okay movie with an interesting gimmick. But yeah, so I thought the movie's okay. It is what it is. It's a gimmick. It's kind of fun. Would have been a better video game. And lastly is Boss Level. This is a brand new movie recommended to me by my friend Mike. I saw the trailer before he recommended it to me, and I was like, that movie just looks utterly ridiculous. And then Mike was like, oh, I watched it. I really liked it. I think you would like it. And I'm like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, go for it. That's not what he sounds like. And so I did. I went for it. I watched it. And I'm like, I hate you, Mike. That was so bad. That was kind of worse than I was thinking it was going to be. So what do I not like about this movie? Lots of stuff. Let's just start off with the title, Boss Level. So that implies that this is kind of like going for that video game aesthetic. The only things that have the video game aesthetic in the movie are the title, and then like there's title shots in the movie that say attempt whatever, and then it's in video gamey text. Otherwise, there's no video gamey thing else in this movie. Like they do like shoehorn in the main character saying the title Boss Level, but like what they describe is not a boss level. It was really dumb. Also, like, if you just apply any logic to any of the things that happen in this movie, it just completely falls apart. Like, there's a tracker that's in his mouth for a part, and it doesn't work like a tracker, and God, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. It's just really dumb. I'm trying to be more eloquent with my words, but it's not working because it's just too dumb. And then something that really pissed me off with the movie was like, so he has to become a master swordsman, and he finds a master swordsman just by happenstance, whatever, that's fine. But he does the montage scene from Groundhog's Day, the learning piano thing, but it's with, swordsmanship. But because they keep putting up shots that say how many attempts he's on, we know exactly how long it took him to go from a novice swordsperson who doesn't know how to do anything to beating this like grandmaster swordsperson who was training him. It took him 50 attempts. It took him 50 days. It took him less than 2 months of training for like 6 hours a day to go from nothing to incredible. No. I absolutely, definitely, 100% did not like this movie. Alrighty, now for today's rankings. First up, we got Heartbreakers sitting at number 16 in the really liked section, because I definitely really liked it. And then next up is Hardcore Henry sitting at number 48 in the liked section. And rightfully so, bringing up the rear is Boss Level, sitting at number 78 out of a total of 81 movies so far this year.